Good morning and welcome to this class on verbs. Chapter 8, page number 50 in your grammar our book. We shall begin with a think exercise. You just only need to color them. I will give the match, pair them. Okay. The first word play. The third row, a piano. Second word catch. The second line, middle word, a cold. Third word throw. The third line, first word, a ball. Fourth word, pack. The third line, last word, a cake. So the second line, the words laugh and sleep do not have a pair, and they are intransitive verbs. They don't need object. So that is the purpose of the exercise. When we are learning about the verbs now, we will talk about two types of verb. There is a transitive and intransitive. The main difference is transitive verb has a object and intransitive verb do not have any object. So to show that this exercise is given, so you can fill up the blank there, first one laugh and second one sleep, which do not need object. Okay. So the meaning of the transitive verb also is given there. Now let's recall what is a verb. Verbs are words that show action, states of being, and possession. So this is what is given in your book. Otherwise, in simple sentence, verbs are words that tells about the noun, that speaks about the noun, speaks about a person or a thing. Okay. Now let's go to the example given in the page 50, last lines. Adil cooks noodles. Adil cooks what? Cooks noodles. So Adil cooks, it will be incomplete. Cooks what you have to say. What is Adil doing? Adil is cooking. Okay. But if you use this present tense, cooks what, you can add the object, that is noodles. Sometimes it is not a must. Okay. If you add object, it becomes a transitive. If you don't add, it becomes intransitive. For some verbs you have to add, otherwise it will not make any meaning. Okay. And for some you can stop without adding. Now let us see the same sentence. The verb cook. Mohan cooks. So Adil cooks well. Yeah, that well is adverb. Qualifies the verb. Adil cooks well. No object. So here the verb ends with the subject or in itself. So this is the intransitive verb. So that's a difference. If there is an object, it's a transitive verb. If there is no object, intransitive verb. Simple explanation. Okay. Now let's go to the box there in the page number 51. How sentence can be having transitive verb and intransitive verb. The first sentence, we will continue the meeting after the break. So after the verb continue, there is a object, the meeting. You continue what? Mostly the answer for the question what remains the object. Okay. Now the same thing is written, the meeting continued. The meeting continued. The verb is ending with the subject itself. You don't need to write an object. The meeting continued. Okay. If you want, you can the meeting continue for 2 more hours. Okay. Then it becomes transitive. If you don't put any object, it is intransitive, and it can make meaning because it is ending with the subject. I grow vegetables in my garden. It's a transitive verb. I grow. I grow what? Vegetables, trees. So I grow every day. I grow every day few millicentimeters. What? I grow. So this I grow needs to be completed. So I grow vegetables in my garden. You can say I grow faster. Faster is an adverb, and there's no object. So it can become intransitive. It all depends how you make. If you make an object, it is transitive. If you don't make, it is intransitive. My nails grow quickly. Here it is same verb grow. It is intransitive. So if you add an object, it is transitive. If you don't add, mostly the verbs can be used as transitive, intransitive. There's no very hard rule that you cannot add an object to a verb. You can always add. But only intransitive verb completes the meaning, even if you don't add an object. Okay, that is the main role of the intransitive verb. Okay, now let's do the exercise in page number 51. With this explanation, you will try to understand. I give the answer. First one is transitive, second one is intransitive, third is intransitive, fourth one is transitive, fifth one is intransitive, sixth one is transitive, seventh one is intransitive, eighth one is transitive, ninth is transitive, 10th is transitive. So you replay the theory part and understand. For example, the tailor stitched what? A dress. Okay. The dress was stitched. It becomes intransitive. Passive voice, okay, don't mind about it, but it completes the meaning. The dress was stitched. It's an object. So it becomes the intransitive. So that is why. So when the verb needs an object, it is transitive. When it does not need at all, then it becomes intransitive. Simple as that. Understand this exercise. Now in this transitive verb there are two types. In the transitive verb as an object, okay, the object is divided into two. That's a direct object and indirect object. If the object answers the question what, then it's a direct object. If the object answers to the question whom, to, where, for whom, for what, from where, then it's indirect object. So under transitive verb, when there is an object, both can be used at the same time. But among them, one will become a direct object, another will become a indirect object. Clear? Now based on that, we will do the exercise below. See one example. Top part of this example in the box, learn box. See page number 52, learn box. Bobby gave a book to Ryan. Bobby gave you what? A book. That is direct object. To whom? Ryan. So Ryan becomes indirect object. So to what? When the object is answering to what? A book. They gave you a book. What? What he gave? A book. Direct object. To Ryan. To whom? So that is becoming indirect object. So next is Rupa gave Aman 3 shells. So the 3 shells that comes at the end, gave what? 3 shells. That is direct object. Gave to who? Aman. That is indirect object. Things are clear? So mostly the direct object are things. Okay. That also you can keep in mind. Now, with that example, I will also answer the exercise B. On the C and do, you just write in the book itself, as you may not have the homework notebook. There are fill-ups. You fill it in the book with a pencil. After you can copy in your notebook. Now, exercise B. Circle the direct object and underline the indirect object. Okay, so start circling. First one, letter, circle, post office, underline. Second one, some work, circle, do, underline. Third one, house, circle, river, underline. Fourth one, father, underline, watch, circle. Fifth one, scenery, circle, grandfather, underline. Sixth one, remote control, circle, TV, underline. Seventh one, dinner, circle, forest, underline. Eighth one, me, underline, luck, circle. So eighth one is a short sentence. You wish me luck. If we add you can understand better. You wish what? Luck. To whom? To me. So what? Luck. Direct object. To whom? To me. That becomes indirect object. Clear? So I think I explained sufficient. So to summarize what we learned, today we learned what is a verb. And there are two types of verb, transitive and intransitive verb. Transitive verb as object. Intransitive verb do not have any object. Then in the transitive verb you have got two kinds. One is direct object, another is having indirect objects. So direct object answers the question what, and the indirect object answers to whom, for, from. Okay, simple as that. Keep this theory in mind and do the exercise C and D. Thank you. All the best.